next guests are starring in When Hope Calls, the very first original series on Hallmark Movies Now. Please welcome to our home Greg Hovanessian and Ryan-James Hatanaka. Welcome, fellas.
Nice to be here.
Great last names. Armenian and Japanese, I imagine?
Ma'am.
I love it. Okay, so let's get into the series. It's really cute. I am a big fan already, and it's just started. So, Greg, you play the town vet and ranch hand.
Yes, I do.
And RJ, you play the Mountie. How do your characters fit into the town of Brookfield?
Well, animals in need. I'm there.
Right.
Traditional ranch life worker. He's got that traditional hardworking side, but also that kind of helping those in need as well.
You're kind of all like you bounce around quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the Mountie's kind of, he's right down the middle.
For sure. Yeah, Constable Gabriel Kinslow is who I play, and he's really tasked with getting to the bottom of the mysteries of the town.
Right.
And kind of goes all over the place. There's a lot of time spent kind of off by himself in the country. There's a lot of time spent talking to each of the people in the town. Brookfield is our town name, and it's really a town of kind of complex characters and difficult decisions, and it's a lot of intrigue. It's great.
And you see it actually unfold in the first episode. I have to tell you, the first episode really is hook, line, sinker. It gets people very interested, and we're about to show a clip of that tension that you said, and the mystery that also is sort of looming over the town.
Sure.
Let's take a look.
It's not something taking down my cattle, it's someone.
My family's not stealing your cattle.
If you think I'm gonna run home with my tail between my legs because the stewards told me to, you don't know me.
Gentlemen, is there something I can help with?
We're fine. We're not fine. Chuck and his family are rustling my cattle.
Ken, I told you.
Predators leave bones. Most of my cattle are disappearing without a trace. Did your back, Constable. You need to watch this family.
Come on, Ken. Let's take this inside.
No, I've said my piece. For now. But just because those records went up in smoke, don't think I'm letting this lie.
What do you think?
It was great. That was our first time.
I was going to say that's the first time you guys saw
I know
that
you
scene.
see both of us. It's just like, oh, okay.
Are you impressed with yourself?
I'm glad they picked that scene.
I love it. I love seeing these.
And there's also a little bit of romance brewing because this is Hallmark.
Yes.
And you each will have your respective love interests. However, you go about wooing your love interests in very different ways. So we'll start with you, RJ.
Yeah. Mountie Gabriel and Lillian, they're both very. Their work is very important to them, and doing what's right. And they have a lot of other obligations that they're taking care of. So their romance is what's the best way to describe it? It's a nice kind of slow build, and we're finding out day to day where that's taking us. So it's really fun. But Morgan Cohan is just a delight to work with. So
It's a slow burn.
It's really fun. It is.
We're going to watch it unfold through the season.
Yeah.
And what about you, Greg?
Chuck is just kind of headstrong. He tries and tries.
He won't take no for an answer.
He won't take no for an answer. But it's the rapport between Grace and Chuck. It just builds, and I mean, eventually something's got to happen.
Come to a head, right?
Yeah, but it's kind of that. Yeah, she teaches him to kind of slow down and take different approaches, and it's just that the way he navigates through it is it's a really interesting dynamic that those characters have.
Yeah, it's never easy in this series, which is, I think, one of the things that we love about it. Like, it's really, there's a lot going on for each character in this town, and it's a nice layered environment.
Yeah, and I know that you really immersed yourself in your character. You went a little bit method when you were preparing for this role, didn't you?
I'm a researcher, so I mean, I knew right off the bat that Chuck would be riding a horse a lot as a stocksman, ranch hand.
Yeah.
So I took it amongst myself to go to the Rider Training Institute in Toronto, and they were so good. But I had to just be comfortable with the horse riding. And lo and behold, the first scene was me dismounting a horse, because it's different when you have to stop on a mark.
Right.
It's different.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, imagine how the horse feels.
Yeah, no, but they're amazing. They hear action and they move.
And they can do
You
it.
don't even
they're
have to.
remarkable.
And RJ, for you, you also had never ridden a horse before.
I had been on one actually in New York.
One time.
It was different. New York horses are different apparently.
Yeah, they really are. I've been on a
learned
New
that
York
pretty
horse
quick.
too.
On my first day of working, I was right up on top of the horse, like 5:30 in the morning, and it was cool. You get those first day.
Right.
You got that extra energy, and it was so cool just being up there, and I was looking out at the town. You'll see that scene in the first episode.
Well, it's safe to say that having experiences like this can definitely bond a cast in a way that like no other, really, because, you know, I mean, when you're up there and you're frightened, you really become very close with the people around you, so much so that even when you're not shooting, you guys really hang out in real life.
do.
Just a few weeks ago, you rented a cabin up north and just had a night, like a long weekend, right?
Yeah, we had a good time. We rented this cottage a couple of weeks ago and just kind of everyone's busy, right? So
Right.
everyone's, you know, some people have to go to New York and LA and Toronto, Vancouver all the time. So we really committed this weekend to staying together and getting a cottage together, and it was fun.
And I kind of feel like you got together because you needed to put on a concert. Should we show them? Let's take a look at this concert.
By now you should have somehow realized what you got to do. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now.
I mean, how can you not sing along?
Oh, man, I'm so glad that Jocelyn
That's fire, isn't it?
captured that.
We're gonna hopefully put out a cast album.
That would be phenomenal.
Maybe if we
need
get a
to.
season 2, we'll put out
Yeah,
a cast
for
album.
sure. You should probably sing the theme song as well.
Yeah.
Would love that.
Yeah.
There you go, on horses.
Yeah.
On horses.
Love it.
There you go. Well done. Well, really nice to meet you. Thank you for
it was a
being
pleasure.
here, and be sure to
Thanks
come
for having
back.
us.
And you all be sure to watch the first 2 episodes of When Hope Calls today on Hallmark Movies Now, and new episodes will always premiere every Friday.